So what is going on, guys? Welcome to another Plants vs Zombies video here today on my channel. Today I want to have a bit of a discussion because, as you know, with the job roles going around, we know that there is another Plants vs Zombies game in the works. It even may get announced at E3 this year and be released next year in 2018. So as you know, there are rumours that it may be Garden Warfare 3 because it is going to be a shooter. It's going to be an upcoming shooter, which means that it's not the shooter that is in the works right now. It's going to be a brand new game, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to be on console because I don't think you can get AAA games on mobile devices. So the question I want to ask you all is, would you pay for DLC in future Plants vs Zombies games? So in Garden Warfare 1 and Garden Warfare 2, once you initially bought the game, every update that was released was actually completely free, and there's not a lot of teams and developments that are actually still giving you constant free DLC. They may give you a little bit of an update here or a little bit of an update there, but most of the time updates usually cost money, but Plants vs Zombies does not do that with the games. Now, of course, there are positives and negatives with doing this. The positive of doing this is, of course, for the players. We get to experience all of the content completely free, and once you've initially bought the game, you don't need to spend a penny. But there are some downsides to giving free content updates to games, and let me talk you through the reasons why. So as a player, getting free content updates is awesome. Once you've initially paid the game fee, you don't need to pay anything else, and you can experience all of these content updates for free, which is really good from a player's perspective. But keep in mind that people make these games as a business. They make these games to make money. So it's going to come to a point where they're going to need to stop working on a current game and stop providing free updates and start working on another game where they can sell the game and actually earn money. Because keep in mind, once you've initially bought Garden Warfare 2, as long as you don't spend any in-game money on purchasing coins, or you don't get the deluxe edition or anything like that, all of these free updates that we've got are not earning Plants vs Zombies any money, which means that they're not making much money on Garden Warfare 2. So it comes to a point where they're going to have to say, alright, we're not really making much money on this game anymore, we need to start working on something different. Whereas if they was charging money for DLC and updates on Garden Warfare 2, they're still earning money from everyone that's paying for those updates, so they may not need to move onto another game quite as soon. So that is why I'm asking you all, would you pay for DLC in the future? Of course, this isn't going to have any effect on what the outcome would be, but I'm curious what people's opinions are going to be. So if it was a free content update game, then that means they're going to have to stop making those updates sooner because they're going to have to try and make money on another game, which is understandable. They are a business. But if we was being charged money, I'm not sure how much it would be, but if you was charged money for DLC, also you're going to be able to choose which DLCs you would want. So if there was a DLC that didn't have a character class that you enjoyed, you wouldn't have to get that DLC. But if you was charged money, that means that Plants vs Zombies are going to have more money throughout the lifespan of Garden Warfare 2 or the next Plants vs Zombies game. And that means that they could necessarily make more updates for that game. So in Garden Warfare 2 we've had 5 free content updates, but think if they charged you £5 or £10 for each one of those updates and you bought every update, that means that I would have spent £25 myself just on the updates, and I'm sure there are thousands, hundreds of thousands of other people who would do the exact same thing. So think of all of that extra money that they could then put back into Garden Warfare 2 and actually create more content updates for the game. So instead of getting 5 free content updates, maybe we got 7 or 8 paid content updates, and that means we have more characters, more maps, and things like that. So it's good and it's bad for paying for DLC. Of course, free updates means that people that can't afford updates can still experience everything in the game. But for those of you who want to pay for updates and could afford it, that may mean that we get more updates in the lifespan of that game. So that's a question which I did just want to put across to you all. Let me know in the comments down below, would you pay for updates in the next Plants vs Zombies game, or would you like it to keep to the free updates theme? Of course, if it was paid, I'm sure we would get more updates in the game, but that means some people aren't going to be able to play everything in the game. So let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. I'd love to have another discussion going. Keep in mind, this hasn't been confirmed or anything like that. I'm just curious what everyone's opinions are, whether you would like free DLC or paid DLC. So thank you very much for watching this video. My name is ZEROxFUSIONZ, and hopefully I'll catch you guys next time.